Greetings, welcome to the channel. My name is AP. Today I want to talk to you about some ways that you can make money from your vacant land. You know, land is a lifetime investment, and when you have a piece of land, if you have the land and you're not doing anything with it, somehow the land can become a liability for you. So if you're investing in a plot of land somewhere, whether it be in Africa, in the States, or anywhere you are watching this video in the world, this video might just give you some ideas on how you can utilize that plot of land to make some additional income. So if you're new to the channel, please do us a favor and subscribe. We definitely appreciate you guys for coming in, clicking on this video, and we hope you get some value from this one, right? Make sure you watch this video till the end, because there's a lot that I'm about to share with you that you can learn from, especially if you are a landowner. So owning a plot of land is a lifetime investment, right? That everyone should have. When you have a plot of land, it's something that you can pass down for generation to come. You know, having a plot of land is not like owning a car or, you know, buying luxurious stuff like a watch or clothes or shoes that is going to be outdated, or, you know, after some time you're going to have to throw it away, or it's going to outdo its time. But land is something that is forever, you know. If you really check the history of land, people go to war for land. Right now, other countries are fighting other countries over land. So land is a very, very valuable asset to have. And in this time, when you have an opportunity to own a piece of land, you really don't want to miss the opportunity when it comes to owning a piece of land. So I'm going to be sharing with you actually around 5 ideas that I have that I think you can use to do with your land. The number one is community agriculture, or at least that's what I call it. Community farming, community agriculture. It's where, like, you have a land in the rural area, like in the country area where, you know, people live, and, you know, they have all of this land there, and some people have the farming skill, but some people don't have access to land. You might be surprised just how many people don't have access to land. You understand? So let's say you have a piece of land there and you're not doing anything with it. You don't have no plans to utilize that land for the next 5-10 years from now, right? And then you have a lot of community farmers, people who don't have land, but they have the skills and the know-how to farm, and they want to farm. You can collaborate with those people in order to grow, cash crops on the land, right? Those cash crops, you can take it to the marketplace and earn money from it, right? So you can plant something like tomato, or, you know, green onion, they call it, or scallion, you know, anything that can take 3 to 6 months to grow, and you can monetize that by taking it to the market. You can also just start like a backyard gardening business with that. That's like an extra one I'm just adding in there. A backyard gardening business where you grow fast crop. As I said, you package that. You can even sell it online. Let's say, for example, from home to home. From the garden to home, for example, from my garden to your home. That could be a business, right? So with something like that, now you can earn passive income from your land, because it's not something that you necessarily have to take yourself up and go and personally do. As I said, community garden or community agriculture, where you have people inside these communities already. Some of them are unemployed, especially like if you're in the Gambia now and there's not a lot of lands going, a lot of jobs going around, and people want something to do inside those country areas. You have the farm. Let's say you have the backhoe or the agricultural tools, or you have access to get it. You have access to seeds, fertilizers. You know how to put up water and stuff like that. You could just set these things into place and basically earn money from it over time, right? So community agriculture is definitely on my number one list of businesses that you can use the land for. So the next thing you can consider is to lease your land, right? So for example, when you lease your land, it's like somebody wants to do agriculture, for example. I just mentioned agriculture and how you can monetize a piece of land yourself to do it. But what if you don't want to do it? What if you don't want to spend that time going out there, spending that money to buy the agricultural tools in order for people to utilize it to make money? What if you just want to lease the land? You can commercially lease that land, or you can, you know, have a lease agreement with that person to lease your land for maybe 5 to 6 to 10 years. It depends on how long you want to, you know, wait until you use that land. So let's say you have the land and you don't want to build on it within the next 5 to 10 years, or you don't want to sell it back within the next 5 to 10 years. You could just like do a lease agreement on it, between you and the person who is going to use it for whatever activity. Most likely agriculture, but if not, they can use it to put like something makeshift, not something that is going to damage the land or something that you're going to put there that is going to be permanent, that you're going to have to, mash up to move it, concrete structure, stuff like that. But something that after 10 years, you can just move it, clear the land, and the land is as it was when you just buy the land, right? If you're in the Gambia, you don't want necessarily to buy a land in the Gambia, and we have lands for leasing. You could just lease the land, do your agricultural business on it, pay your lease like renting. Like it's like renting a shop or renting a house. And after the lease is up, you hand over back the key to the landowner or the property owner. It's the same thing. When the lease is up, you clear your stuff off the land, you give the person back their lands, and you go your way. So it's like a no strings attached type approach, where you just lease the land. You don't have to go through all of that bureaucracy of dealing with government agencies, waiting long period of time to get documentation, processing, and all of that stuff that comes with land, right? So if you lease out the land to someone, if you lease the land from someone, that person would already more than likely done all of their documentation processes, and it's less headache on you. So you just lease the land, pay your rent, and basically come off the land after a certain period of time. So if you're watching this video and you're thinking of purchasing land in the Gambia, make sure to visit www.BIAMOGroup.com. That is the company that we recommend when it comes to purchasing lands in the Gambia securely, safely. It has a track record of helping many people from the diaspora to purchase land securely in the Gambia. So don't hesitate to check out their website, contact their team, and you will get the help that you need, right? The next one on my list is Airbnb. So when it comes to Airbnb, most likely you're thinking of like a luxurious house somewhere, like a short-term holiday vacational home. Maybe that's the image that you have in your mind, right? But what if I told you that you could just set up a tent outside on your land, right? You could have an empty land, and you can buy something like a tent. Nowadays they have this tent that look like a house. You buy that, you set it nice, you put a little bed in there, you make it nice, get rid of the bugs, any insect that might cause the guest any problems. Just make it, livable. And a lot of people rent that, because what happens is, like, when it comes to rental prices, in certain properties, especially around the city area, the prices on them are extremely high. Or you have some tourists that don't necessarily want to stay in like the city area. They want to go out in the country area. But what happens is, for example, geographically in the Gambia, a lot of people want to travel here, but they don't necessarily want to stay in the city area. They would like to go out in the country area. If you have a piece of land in the country area, you could literally just, build a local fence around that, or find a way to protect it from certain wild animals or certain insects, and just basically set up an Airbnb outside. If you already build your house there, you have the land space, and you have your fence, you have your security, you have your light, you have your water, you have your, your sanitary stuff, and you have, all the means that a person needs to live there. You could literally just set something up on the empty spot in your land, and just, open it as Airbnb and make short-term income from that piece of property. A lot of people are traveling, especially where I'm at currently now in the Gambia. And one of the things that a lot of people have been having problems with is finding accommodation that suits their needs. And some people don't necessarily mind living out in nature. So if you know how to set up an Airbnb outside, there's a lot of people that are doing it. If you go online and Google, YouTube, you will see a lot of people that are setting up Airbnbs outside. And this is a genius way to make additional income from your land without have to go through all of the hassle of, doing construction, finding construction workers, they're not showing up on time, have to go deep in your pocket to take out a whole lot of money to go and invest on that piece of land in terms of building a structure. You could just basically have the land, build a fence on the land, and then from that you could just set up an outside Airbnb, facility that you could just rent out short term. You never know, it might become popular. It can be like an attraction that a lot of people just want to come. And you may not be in the Gambia, maybe you're in the US, or maybe you're in another country, maybe the laws there are different. Maybe they don't allow you to do that. So make sure to check in with your local laws to see if you setting up an outside Airbnb on your land is something that is permittable. But from as far as I know, in the Gambia, it is possible for you to set up a makeshift Airbnb on your land once it's secure, and you can guarantee the safety of your guests that will be staying there. So number 5 on my list is parking lot, right? So, a lot of people want places to park. A lot of business places are coming up, especially here in the Gambia where, development is now on the rise. You have a lot of business places that are coming up. And one of the problems with the Gambia is that there is not enough parking place. So if you have a piece of land within a strategic location, let's say in the city area, for example, lands in the city area are crazy expensive now. But let's say you invested in a plot of land, let's say, 1,000 square meters of land or 2,000 square meters of land. You could definitely use that to turn into a parking lot and earn money from it. Anywhere that people need to stop, come out of their car and do business, they would want to feel secure to know that their car and anything that they leave in the car when they're doing business is secure. So if you have a parking lot anywhere around the city area or even outside of the city area, because as long as development is coming, there will be other cities that will pop up, especially here in the Gambia, going back out in the country here. If you have a piece of land that is close by the roadside or, just walking distance to the road, it's always a good investment and a good piece of land to hold on to, because maybe the next 5-10 years from now, when there's development, you can use that piece of land to turn it into a parking lot, and just basically people pay you to secure their vehicle until they are finishing transacting business. So parking lot is one of my lucrative business idea that you can use for your vacant land. Number 5, and this is the last one on my list, is community attraction. So when you have like a piece of land, especially out in the in the country here where there's a lot of people and they don't really have a lot of activities, they have to take a bus like 5 hours into the city area or 3 to 4 hours depending on the traffic to the city area to come and enjoy themselves, right? So now you have a place in the Gambia called Senegambia, and that's the only place that people can go to enjoy themselves. But what if you have a piece of land somewhere out in the country area and you can set it up and design it like a park, where people can come, have ice cream, listen to music, enjoy themselves, do activities. You will make a lot of money if you have a piece of land like that. If you have an acre, more than an acre land, you can definitely turn that into a park. And, kids are going to love that. People are going to love that because, as I said, the Gambia is a developing country. And that's where I'm based now. That's why I'm basing all of these terminologies on the Gambia. But it could be anywhere in your neck of the woods where you are, So you could definitely use a vacant plot of land and turn it into a park. And the beauty about this is that you don't damage the land. The land remains as it is. So maybe the next 20, 30, 40, 50 years from now, you buy that land today for, let's say, 5,000 US. And in the next 10 years, 20 years from now, you can resell that land for 100 million. You really don't know. Land is a long-term investment. And once you have a piece of land and once development is happening, that land will continue to appreciate year after year. Buying a piece of land or owning a piece of land is one of the most secure ways to secure investment in this life. So if you are considering investing in land and you already have a plot of land, I should say, I hope these ideas will help you to, come up with a way that you can create passive income from your land that you have. So this is my bonus tip for today. The fastest way to monetize your vacant land is to do land flipping. If you own a plot of land in a very good location that you bought 3 to 4 years ago, you can basically resell that land at a higher price than what you buy it for, based on the development that is happening in the area. So if you're wondering what I'm looking at, I wrote something down, so I'm reading it. But basically, if you buy a piece of land today, the next 4 to 5 years from now, the value of that land is going to increase and you can sell it back for a higher price. So that is another way that you can make money from owning a plot of land anywhere you are in the world. So I really do hope that this video helped you in some way to come up with ideas to make money from your plot of land. So if you're thinking of investing in the Gambia, visit www.biamogroup.com to learn more. They have a lot of products and services that they're offering. And if you're interested in more videos like this, please do us a favor. Give this video a thumbs up. Comment below and let us know if you find any value in this video. If you own a plot of land, are you going to be trying any of these ideas that I just give you? I look forward to reading your comment. Until the next one, stay safe. See?